This pillow design is inspired by the Minecraft Snow Golem and the snowflakes you see in the snowy taiga biome. I'm going to use 3 techniques to make this pillow cover: freezer paper screen printing, felt appliques, and sewing. I guess not everyone has a screen print setup, but I know you're here because you're keen to learn something. So if you want to take on this project, you can download these templates at my Buy Me a Coffee account, and you can also make this pillow. Let's begin by cutting the fabric. I'm going to cut the back panel and the frame out of some sparkly fabric I found at the store. I was really hoping to find something, cube-ish, but I settled on winter sparkly. I've cut a large piece of muslin, 18 by 18 inches square, to fit my 18-inch pillow form. When you make a pillow cover, for some reason, you cut the fabric to fit your pillow exactly. That way it looks nice and filled out when it's stuffed. I drew a 13 by 13 square frame in the middle, so that's where the Snow Golem's going to go. And then the sparkly material will make a nice border all around the outside. And finally, I cut 2 18 by 13 inch panels of the sparkly material for the back. So I've gone ahead and folded and pressed the raw edges of my opening. It's a double half inch, so you can see there, and it's just folded in twice, and then I'll stitch it closed, make it nice. The way these work is that with these nice hemmed pieces, I will overlap them just like that, sew them all down, and then I'll be able to stick the pillowcase in through the flaps here. So simple. So now that we're done with the fabric, we can move on to the screen print, which I think is so much fun, and it doesn't require too many new supplies. You'll need a screen, a squeegee, and of course you're going to need some ink, but that's kind of it. The only other thing is going to be large freezer paper in order to cover your screen. So for the freezer paper, you want it to cover this entire screen. And this is going to be, basically, I want the print kind of centered in the middle of it. I'm going to want the more waxy side to be against the screen, so that's where the ink is going to hit. And then the paper side can be against the fabric. Using a sharp blade, cut the snowflake pattern out of the freezer paper, but keep a little bit of the confetti for the next step. Because in the end, I'm going to need to fill in this hole with a square, and I'll need to fill in this hole with a square. Now, place your stencil over your screen. Yes. Okay, so the ink is on the inside, so you put the waxy side on the inside. Good to go. So this is our reference piece. And so I need to put a square here, 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 and here. And the way I'm going to do this is with just the tiniest dab of paint to act as glue. And now what's really key is that the outside of the paper stays clean. Now, I'm gonna fiddle-faddle around a little bit. This is trash paper so that we can get the screen nice and locked down. Now, what I don't want to do is waste my color, but I do have to use my color to lock it down. Some there, and then I'm gonna put some more there and hope that that's gonna be enough. Probably not. I don't think I made enough. Drat. Fingers crossed. So we're pulling at a 45-degree angle across the whole thing, and the goal is just to lock it down, not to actually make a print on this trash paper. And we got all the way across. And then you guys can see what it looks like with the first pull, just on paper. Ta-da! So cool. So we have to do 2 pulls. One is going to be one half, and then the other is going to be the other half. And so this is all here for aligning. And so we can get this aligned. And then I'm going to put the paint down again. And I'm going to kind of do the same thing I did last time of putting it there and then here. Grab my squeegee, 45-degree angle. And I'll probably do it twice. So once, twice. And hold this down. That's so cool. That's so cool. Dry. Lift up. Oh, good. And then lift up and just hope for the best. Okay, it did take, oh, sweet. Check it out. The best part about a wax paper screen is how easy it is to clean up. You just pull off the wax paper, throw it away, and wash the screen. While our print dries, we get to move on to the felt work. The plan is I'm gonna cut out these big squares, and then I'm gonna cut 6 little black squares, 8 even smaller black squares, and then the brown is gonna be cut as just a stick. Oh my gosh, I mean, he's only got one arm, but he's already looking so cute. Okay, here we go. Gosh, more little squares, huh? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fold this in half. I think that would be really smart. I'm gonna get out just plain and simple glue because I'm gonna end up embroidering the pieces on in the end. So I just need them tacked on so they stay put and don't move around while I'm working. So let's start with the arm. And I have 2 strands of embroidery floss here, just sufficient. And all I'm gonna do is hold my template next to the arm and just kind of go in and out and create lines. And that will help bring back out the squares. And yeah, I think it's kind of cool. It gives a little depth, but you don't have to do it. You can just glue it down. So for the black squares on the body, I'm gonna do something a little different than this, but I'm still gonna pull out that pixelation. So I'm gonna start about as centered as I can, and then go straight into the center. And of course, if you want to be more precise about this, you could draw lines. So now you could definitely stop here and then also add just the single line here on the mouth. But with the gray, I think I'm gonna go one step further, and I'll show you what I've done. So I've gone ahead and added in the lighter gray pixels. So I'll add in the lighter gray pixels here on the lower part of the body as well. And then I'm gonna turn that one into lighter gray and that one into lighter gray, but leave the rest black. So here we go. Oh my gosh, look how cute these are. Look at this. It's getting so cute. So the screen print is all done and nicely sealed. So I ironed it to seal down the screen print, and you can see the ironing has removed all of my pen marks and even the little crosshatch marks that I did for alignment. So that's great. And next I'm gonna put my little snowman on here. So what I ended up doing is just doing a stitch across to each of the 4 corners to lock down each of the squares, and to just give like the tiniest bit of dimension to each of the squares here. So there. And now I'm going to organize this guy, but first I'm going to glue it down. So I made a little template here of my pixels, and what I'm going to do is actually mark with my pen onto the cloth, and probably, oh, it actually lines up really nice. How about that? Ha! I actually didn't expect it to line up nice. So when I'm all done, I'll just take a quick iron to the fabric and it will remove all of those little tick marks. So now I'm just going to take white embroidery floss and I'm going to stitch all the way around each of the squares to hold the snowman in place. Oh, look at how cute the little snowman is. So you can see a little stitching around the edge, hopefully. Can you see it? You see it? Now we can move on to some sewing. So I've got the frame pinned in place and we can get going. So in my fabric, I've indicated the stopping points for my sewing. So this indicates the exact point of the corner. So I'm going to sew along and stop, and then I'll sew along and stop, and then I'll be able to put the miter in. All the tutorials on YouTube that have mitered corners assumed that you didn't have this giant extra seam allowance from the edge, and I do, so I have to freehand it. So all I'm going to do is tuck this in to a 45-degree angle, till it comes nicely to the corner here. And then I am going to crease it like crazy till I have a nice crease, which will be my sewing line, and it will work out just fine, I promise. Perfect and beautiful. Okay guys, final stretch. Last bit is to sew on the back and we're done. Okay, who's excited? Me, I'm excited. Let's stuff this bad boy in there. Hello, I am a corner. All done. This little guy is super cute, and it was a really fun and quick concept. With the felt and the lost wax paper screen print, this project comes together super fast. But we're gonna exit this video with a little winter scene in Minecraft so you can see the snow and the snow golem. Enjoy! Oh, it's snowing. Oh, I just love the snow in Minecraft. I think it is so pretty. That puts me in the mood to make a snow golem. 2 snow blocks and a carved pumpkin. Hee hee! Oh, you're so cute. Oh, dude, Halloween's over. Let me help you out. Wait, where are you going? Oh, don't go down there. There's powdered snow down there. No, Mr. Snow Golem. Well, now what do I do?